So hello, I'm Dr. Claudia Henninger. I am a reader in fashion marketing and management in the Department of Materials within the School of Natural Sciences. For me, interdisciplinary research means that you're working together from different disciplines to address one common problem. So for example, if you look at the fashion context, in my case, it would be addressed from a very much social science perspective. So it could be through qualitative or quantitative research. But if you look at the fashion industry, you can also address it from, for example, chemical engineering, or you could look at it from a textile science perspective, from an environmental perspective, because there's a lot of different areas that can be addressed. So interdisciplinary research means that you get to work together with people from different fields with very different levels of expertise and looking to find a common solution for a specific research project. Because you're working together and are from very different disciplines and different fields, it also means that you're learning a lot from other people because they might give you different ideas and inspirations of how you can actually tackle a specific problem that you, from your perspective, would have not thought about and or might have not been able to do because you might not have necessarily the different skill sets and or the different ways to actually address this problem.
My name's Jane Wood. I'm a lecturer in fashion and textile technology in the Department of Materials at the University of Manchester. My role in the project is as the textile technologist expert. I have a research background in biomaterials, so I look at new, novel, next generation materials, particularly for fashion applications. So that's what I'm going to bring to the party. So the Premier project is an interdisciplinary research project led by Dr. Claudia Henninger, who is a reader in fashion in the Department of Materials. I am part of the team as the textile technology expert, and we have engaged academics, departments and faculties from all over the institution. So to give you an example, we have a colleague joining us from the Manchester Institute of Biotechnology, who is Professor Rob Field. And we have colleagues from Arts and Humanities, so Dr. Jenna Ashton and Dr. Laura Pottinger. And we are also joined by an ECR, Chris Kennelly. This project is a great example of interdisciplinary research because we're bringing together social scientists, biomaterials experts, and textiles experts, and we can really explore what the barriers are to this type of development. So we can think about what would stop biomaterials being adopted in sportswear, and think about, would it be textile performance? Can these biomaterials ever really be useful in sportswear? Or are we looking at the absolute wrong application for them? Are we a long way from them being adopted? But then also from the angle of user reluctance, do people want new materials in sportswear? Is there something specific that these materials can bring that will encourage people to switch from what they know already to something that is brand new and very different?
So Creative Manchester has been absolutely amazing in supporting and facilitating literally anything from start to finish. It was great to sort of like be part of the network and also line up with different people. So for example, Jenna and myself, we actually met through Creative Manchester, and it was super nice to then also get introduced to Laura, to then start the conversations and really start shaping everything. So without Creative Manchester and actually being part of this network, this application might have not looked as it looks now, and it might have not been as interdisciplinary. Right, so working together with an interdisciplinary team is, for me, absolutely incredible. I think it's one of my most rewarding experiences and also one of my favorite parts of the job, having the opportunity to actually collaborate with people from loads of different backgrounds. I love research. I'm super passionate about it, and I always feel it's nice to actually see how things work out and how people are working together. It's great to have this team, and especially the team that is in our grant is absolutely incredible. There's a lot of support, there's a lot of help, there's a lot of commitment all the way through. There's a lot of room for having crazy ideas, having regular meetings, having discussions. And you do know if something doesn't go quite as planned, that there is help there, there is support there. And then having quite a large team that is super diverse coming together is very much inspiring. And it's also seeing how things are shaping up. So for example, like planning publications, seeing about inputs, ensuring that the data collection is all done, supporting our early career researchers with the data analysis, and also like sharing our different skill sets is absolutely invaluable, because I feel we've all started our career at some point, and it's just very important to give different examples and different opportunities to especially early career researchers, but also if you're already slightly further on in your career, it's great that you can actually reflect on your own practices and sort of like say, oh, actually, I haven't tried this, or this might be quite a nice way to change, or just to find out something completely different. So overall, my experience has been absolutely positive.
My experience on this project has been a fantastic one, because I've got to work with all sorts of fabulous people at the university. This project is one of the first sort of official projects that I've been involved in since joining the University of Manchester. I'm relatively new to the Department of Materials. And what it's meant for me is that I've been able to be in contact with some amazing researchers from all over the institution very quickly. And I think that that has really speeded up the process for me. I've been able to talk to people from a very diverse range of disciplines. And what that has meant for me personally is that it's enabled me to challenge my own thinking. So I think it's very easy when you're in your very specific subject, your area of expertise, your comfort zone, if you like, it's very easy to think in that silo. And projects such as this one has meant that I have been forced to engage with other people in a good way. And this has really challenged my own thinking, made me really consider the directions my research goes in and the impacts other than the sort of hard textile performance and development impacts, really think about how it impacts users, how it impacts end users. The other part of being involved with this project as a relatively new member of staff is that it's really helped me with navigating the University of Manchester systems. But I think the most important thing, and I cannot express this highly enough, is that it's enabled me to form those partnerships and develop those partnerships with contacts that maybe I would not have come into contact with for years, if ever, if I hadn't have been involved with this project. And I think that this network that we're now building is growing and growing and growing, not necessarily just for this particular project that we're working on, but for other things. It's brought me into contact with colleagues, and we've gone down very different routes, explored different external funding opportunities and projects on an international scale that I wouldn't have been involved with if I hadn't have been involved with this project. So for me, the networking and the contacts that I've built have been absolutely invaluable.